Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on March the 29th, 2017, and this is the final episode that they did before the TakeOver special. And they did announce one more match during the show, which was an 8-person tag with Ty Dillinger, No Way Jose, Roderick Strong, and Ruby Riott going up against Sanity. So that match has definitely been added to the card and everything on that side of it. And let's see here. Other than towards the tag team match and the contract signing with Ember Moon and Asuka, you didn't really get anything new towards any of the other matches in any way. Nothing about nothing furthering along the Shinsuke Nakamura Bobby Roode match, just another promo package. You got another promo package from Aleister Black, which I actually like the promo package from Aleister Black because that's what you've been seeing, just promo packages of him each time. But this time around, it cut in spots with Andrade and Almas talking about him and saying that he was coming after him at TakeOver with the aspect of them two having a match. So I did like that aspect of it. The triple threat match with Johnny Gargano, Dash Wilder, and Akam to begin the show, I thought was it was a decent match. It was an interesting way of doing a tag team, or not a tag team triple threat. It was a one-on-one triple threat, but all the other tag team members were out there for the entire match. Early on in the match, like Dash and Dawson, they ditched. Like, we're done, we're out of here. And it basically became a one-on-one match between Akam and Johnny Gargano. And they went through a lot of their typical spots, a lot of good stuff. Eventually, Akam has Johnny Gargano down, and he gets distracted by the returning Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder just sneaks back into the ring and gets the victory. I liked the way they pulled this one off. Just on the aspect of them being very opportunistic with how they pulled out the victory, in a very sneaky way, and a different way of doing the pulling off the triple threat style in the terms of getting a victory, like kind of ditching and then coming back because it's completely within the rules to do so. Also up next, they had, we had seen them before, but they were kind of re-debuting. Heavy Machinery came back onto NXT this week to face off against I cannot pronounce that name, Ortingen and Mike Marshall. This was essentially a squash match. Heavy Machinery going over. This was an extended squash match. And you can kind of tell that these guys, I guess they're going to try to play them off as faces. Because they had very high energy. They were also doing a lot of like facious type celebrating, almost like a semi-moshing in certain points of it. Heavy Machinery, they look like they're kind of almost in that Authors of Pain style of look, where, or well, at least one of them does. Though he has a very his fit I forget his name, and I'll remember their names eventually. I really will, but I'm horrible with names. I think it was Tucker Knight. I might be wrong on that one. He just gives these crazy facials towards doing some of his maneuvers and everything, and they can move around pretty good for their size as well, which is going to be an interesting thing to see how everything plays off when they have to go against other teams, whether or not DIY is going to be sticking around, whether or not they have to go up against the Authors of Pain or something in that sense down the road. It'll be interesting to see how matchups go with them, or if they get over in any way, shape, or form as well. So we'll see how everything plays off with Heavy Machinery down the road here. Up next, you had the contract signing with Ember Moon and Asuka, and this one was a little weird. I guess they wanted to do a contract signing, but they didn't want to do it in front of the live NXT crowd, so they did it in Regal's office. Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but then again, most contract signings in typical terms, because this makes logical sense, most contract signings in typical terms don't happen in front of people in an arena, in a ring. They happen in an office. I'm okay with that. I like the aspect of when William Regal is announcing both of them. He announces Asuka, and then he announces Ember Moon, and Asuka just starts laughing. Good stuff there. Asuka's side of the promo was very basic. Actually, both sides were kind of basic. It is like, you know, each of them kind of saying that they were ready for the other. Asuka saying, or Ember Moon saying, "I know who you are, and I know you're being overconfident, underestimating me," type of promo to it. And Asuka's was, "I know who you are, and you're not ready," and just laughs again, and walks off. I like this. This was not bad. Again. It wasn't the greatest in the terms of their promos or anything by that stretch, but I ended up liking a lot of what Asuka was doing there. Just her overconfidence in everything, to Ember Moon challenging her for the women's title is just it was really good of how she played off everything inside of this contract signing. It came off really well. Up next was Paul Ellering with a promo about the Triple Threat match for the Triple Threat Elimination Tag Team title match, putting over the Authors of Pain, and basically just cutting a really good promo on the Authors of Pain and what's going to happen at the takeover event for the Triple Threat Tag Team title match, and it also kind of explained the aspect that because they play off the whole aspect of the Book of Pain, that Paul Ellering is the one who wrote the book, and these two are just reading it, basically reading it word for word and following his instruction in every way, and and putting them over as much as possible to go along with it. Good promo from Paul Ellering. He could still work the microphone really well, and it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do with the Authors of Pain, because they look like they could potentially be already good to go for the main roster if they want to put them up there in that sense of everything. I don't know if that's going to be the actual case of what they're going to do with them, but they definitely look like how they're branded and how everything's going with them, that they're almost like already there. They're already ready for everything. So this brings us to the main event of the night. Cassius Ohno versus Elias Samson. It was announced last week, and it was also done on WWE, I think either WWE.com or WWE YouTube channel, I forget which one. They had shown a video where they were trying to get a talk with Cassius Ohno after his NXT title match. He gets interrupted by Elias Samson, and basically they go on this like back and forth between the two of them, and then it's like, Elias Samson says, "You don't belong in NXT." Maybe you're right, but I don't think you belong in NXT. How about we have a loser leaves NXT match? And they do it here. Decent enough match. I thought it was good. It left me wondering, though. It really did leave me wondering why this wasn't a takeover match. I mean, the terms of doing a loser leaves NXT match was... It feels like something they could have promoted for the NXT TakeOver event in some way, but it ends out being that he is they just do it here. Cassius Ohno goes over, meaning Elias Samson's going to leave NXT. I guess he is going to be called up to the main roster to go along with this, and Cassius Ohno ends out destroying the guitar after the match, as the Drifter is getting sung out by the crowd, and also continually still getting the whole aspects of drift away type of chants from the crowd as he was leaving. The only downside for this one, no Corey Graves. No Corey Graves to call this match, because he would have had a field day with this one, and the two of them are on the end on that one of like how he plays off of it, how they play off of each other, and it would have been interesting to have him just call that one match. There's a piece of me that wants Elias Samson on Raw, just because of Corey Graves. But I think he's going to end up being on SmackDown. His character definitely kind of screams out SmackDown, but it would be interesting if he was on Raw because you know how Corey Graves has been. He was always against Enzo and Cass on the commentary booth when they're in NXT, and then did it up on the main roster. Same with like Eva Marie, and he's always been against Elias Samson, and then have that continue on the main roster would be an interesting way of going for everything. But we'll see where everything ends up going with this one. Overall, this NXT was also very promo package heavy for the other matches, especially because they did show promo packages for the women's title match. No, they didn't show a promo package for that, but they did show a promo package for the NXT title match because you had no interaction between the two of them going into this. And it did feel like it was a little promo heavy, though the matches themselves I thought were fine matches in the sense of everything. But a lot of their stuff going into TakeOver, again, like they usually end up doing, has been very promo heavy. In the matches, the outside of the whole doing a preview triple threat match, you don't usually get a lot of interaction on that final NXT. You got a lot of the hype already there. They showing you the video packages and let's go type of feel towards everything. So with that being said, that is my review this week for WWE NXT. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.